Good morning, YouTube. April and I are trying to narrow down which one of these we want to keep and
Aww.
which of the other ones we want to flush.
What?
No, I mean find another home for. No.
You did say that though. You're like, I'm gonna drown them in the
No,
pond, and you said it so quickly that like there wasn't even a pause in your thought when you first said that.
It was a joke. It was a joke. There'll be plenty of people that want cute little kittens in their home in 8 to 10 weeks. But Neelix needs a friend,
Right.
or a son, I think, to stick around.
Right.
And this is one of the boys.
Yeah, but they don't have names yet, so we need your help
I like
with
this
some
boy.
names. He's so
But-
cute.
Consumer Reports.
Yes.
Put out a real snoozer. Put this one to sleep. I mean, like, hard asleep. When I started rattling off the list of cars, they said the best cars, the most reliable ones to buy for under $20,000.
Yeah.
And I told little cat this, and been like this for hours, just,
Oh. Yeah.
sleeping.
Right.
So,
Boring list.
I told April to come up with her own, and I came up with my own,
Yes.
of what we think are the best car to buy for under $20,000.
Right.
But we'll go through the list, I guess, first with Consumer Reports, and their small cars, because their small car is,
Oh, they want their brother back.
so their small cars, Honda Fit, of course, Mazda 3, of course, Toyota Corolla, of course, and Toyota Prius. Great.
I've never seen you have that body language for a Prius.
I mean, the Prius is kind of neat in some ways,
Yeah.
but the soulless appliances.
Okay.
And April,
Yes.
there's plenty of great choices for small cars that are a little bit more enthusiast-based. I'll
True.
shoot it back down with your mommy. So, April, what is your choice for the best small car?
Jake, don't make fun of me. Don't you either. Don't make fun of me right now.
A Buick Grand National is not under 20 grand. So,
Well, that's
and it's a big car.
goes under the luxury car.
It's still not under 20 grand, and you know
Well,
it,
they
so.
was once sold on
So-
Bring a Trailer for 22, so maybe it does. But I won't go there.
Okay.
Mitsubishi Eclipse. How you doing right there? They are so cool, little swoopy lines, and they're so cute, and they're just zip around. And I mean, wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't you love to be seen in one of those?
They quit making the Eclipse in 2011.
So they're incredible. They're so cool.
They're five. There might be some left on this planet that are maybe 10 grand. I guess there's the all-wheel drive second generation, if it's a stick in really nice shape.
Okay.
The turbo ones that might be
So you're not
expensive.
kicking me off completely this list because I can have
But
that on there.
That's going to be like the small, practical, affordable, go down the road car. And Mitsubishi, I don't know how good their support is as far as their older vehicles, as far as parts and things and keeping them running. And they weren't the most reliable things in the first place. They were cool for their day.
You
but
didn't say fixable and reliable. You said car under 20, small car.
small car
that is
under
cool.
20. That
Eclipse. Perfect. What's yours? What are you going to top me with?
I was going to say whatever Mini Cooper.
Okay.
There's
Does
a
that
lot
count?
of cool. There's a lot of cool Mini Coopers for under $20,000, and
That's not even a real car. That's like half a car.
they're a little bit tight to work on, and there's a few things that are expensive. I know some like have the issues of the early ones with the supercharged engines and hit miss head gasket, whatever. And then there's the turbo ones that have their problems and the high pressure fuel pumps and things. But there's definitely plenty. If you do some research, there's definitely some sweet spots in there
Yeah.
with Mini Coopers where it's a fun, economical car that looks cool and isn't the dumbest choice in the world, I feel like.
And it's also a death trap, I feel like. Whenever I see them, they're so tiny. I'm like, oh my gosh, if you got in an accident in one of those, you'd be toast in a second.
Same with any other small car. Like a Cybertruck would split it in half. I mean,
True.
An Eclipse from the 90s? Like, that is a death machine. Like, what are you...
It's true. What's
Well,
safer, Mini
okay.
Cooper or an Eclipse?
We're off to an interesting start here. So, like, full-size cars. Honda Accord. Falling asleep. What do we guess? Avalon, Toyota Avalon. Yeah, of course. Where's the Camry? Come on, Camry.
Right.
Yep, Toyota Camry, of course, on here. So Camry hybrids. Yeah. Wonderful. Great choice. What's your real choice for something?
My real choice for a car under $20,000 would be a Mercury Marauder. How you doing? What do you think about that? That's style and speed all in one.
So now we're getting a car that's been gone for almost 20 years.
Why you didn't put these parameters on me? You said any car under
Like
20 grand.
someone's daily driver would be a 20-year-old Mercury with an engine that's known to drop a valve.
Right? Okay.
You know, to
but
yeah,
they're fun
nope
and they're
out.
fast.
And
They're a little bit of a sleeper, right?
up until basically when they got too old, the Panther platform was
Mm-hmm.
a great choice for a cheap car for anybody as far as getting an ex-police interceptor, getting an old Grand Marquis, Lincoln Town Car, which you have, and Lincoln, yes. That is a great choice, but they're old. They're like the newest one is going to be 15 here pretty soon.
That's okay. I mean, like, they're cool and they're fun and they're better than the list of Consumer Reports that put out.
Oh,
like, I'd
most
much
definitely.
rather have a
Most
Mercury
definitely.
Marauder.
I would rock, a Marauder. I mean, I'd rock as new and low mileage of a town car that I could get for under 20 grand. I think that would be a good choice. The Marauder is definitely neat, but I would feel like I'm lacking a bit in luxuries and things with that, maybe. I
But
don't
in
know.
style, you are at the top.
Right. So my choice was sort of similar.
Okay.
I went with like the newest Chrysler 300 that you could get. The Dodge Charger. Now I know the Car Wizard has one of these, so hopefully he doesn't watch this. But the Car Wizard has a Charger, and it has a certain reputation, a certain like stigma to it. Is the word I suppose. As far as like leaving Cars and Coffee and people doing stupid things in them. But the Chrysler 300 is a bit classier.
Right.
I
It
feel
is
like.
classier.
And they're a little bit nicer in the interior. They're basically the same cars. They're based originally on a Mercedes E-Class chassis from almost 30 years ago.
Right.
And that's when Chrysler was a part of Mercedes at one point. That's how that line was birthed.
Right.
And I think that whatever's left, I mean, I think you could probably get a 16, 17, 2018 with a Hemi, which they don't make anymore, with decent mileage, maybe 50 to 70,000 miles for under 20 grand. And that seems like a way more interesting and enjoyable choice to drive just from a luxury standpoint. Having that V8 power that's reasonably reliable makes more sense to me than an Accord.
Like Miller High Life, the champagne of beers. That's what I feel
the
like.
Chrysler 300?
Yeah, they're the champagne of cars, perhaps.
Cars, okay. So you like my choice?
I get down with your choice.
When they came out, I thought they were really cool. But
I'd
that wasn't.
still rather have a Mercury Marauder, though. Jake, what would you rather
Me
have?
too. But I'm trying to be somewhat practical. Okay.
I need to know what Jake.
5 Series.
Of course.
But
okay.
no, I could say a BMW. Yeah, you could get the basest BMW, and that seems to be whatever is the straight six without a turbo in it, unstressed, seems to be the most reliable, I would say, versus the M cars or anything with turbos. Forget about it with BMW, but still, as far as the parts prices and the maintenance and everything with the BMW dealers and independents and having to sit and wait for maintenance if you're using an independent, like as amazing Johnny is, the cars themselves are and the parts supply chain and the cost of them. I mean, you're driving an i3 with no air conditioning right now, so yeah.
That's okay. You can do whatever you want with that mustache. It's
Sure.
amazing. I think I win that segment.
Okay, luxury cars.
Yes.
Yeah, we are not going to get called up by Consumer Reports and get job offers for sure. They're luxury cars.
Right.
Acura TLX. Well, okay. Lexus ES.
Okay.
Snoozer. ES Hybrid Lexus. Lexus GS. At least that one's rear-wheel drive. Okay, I'll give them that one. That is their choices for luxury cars.
Yes.
Do not get away from Japanese when it comes to luxury at your own peril, according to Consumer Reports. But April,
Yes.
what amazing choice you have for people.
I don't think you're ready for this. So brace yourself for this
Oh,
glorious.
I have your link to a specific car.
Oh, how
April.
you do a 1978 Cadillac Eldorado Baritz, baby. Oh, take a look
sold
at
for
that.
$17,150 before fee, so it was under 20 grand. You hit the mark on the price, but
Thank
otherwise,
you.
we've gone back now from mid 2000s to the 70s.
This is what you want. Okay,
18
forget Consumer Report list. This is amazing.
18,000 miles on it though, and it is the Baritz.
Check out the interior with those comfy seats. Like those are seats you want in your living room, with those cloud kind of padding on there that came stock with it. It looks like someone just like a taxi driver like shoved those extra pads in there, but no, they're beautiful, they're comfortable. You could live in the car because it's so big and so comfortable and beautiful. Brown on brown on brown on brown. Like,
People of America.
that's where it's at.
Forget a Lexus ES.
Yes.
Forget about it. Get yourself a 78 Cadillac for your daily driver and trust your family and your life with it to drive cross country, according to April Rose.
That's good advice. I mean, you're not going to get hurt, right? Because it's so big. If anything hits you, it's just like not even going to, it's going to crumple and then like it's not even going to touch you.
Oh my.
That's where it's at. You know that is a glorious American luxury car.
Right.
What do you have that could top that? There's literally nothing that you can. So I'm sorry. I know I already like
here's
came
the
out so
thing.
strong.
I forgot to do this one. I did the 300 and then I skipped. So
Yeah.
I forgot. I guess like 300 is sort of a luxury car as well, but it's findable for under $20,000.
You know what happened is you know that you cannot top the Brits.
Well, honestly, I mean, if I was going to go Cadillac, like the end of the DTS was pretty darn good.
You were
and
so
pretty
lame.
reliable.
You were so
Your
lame.
dad still drives one like it.
Have
is-
you
it's
seen
like-
it?
That's the exact car I was thinking of.
Right.
It's
If
crazy
you wanna go-
bad.
His is like from the first few years, but in the 2010s and on, when they retired it in the mid 2010s, they finally had the North Star figured out.
Right.
It's old school, cushy, comfy seats that have massagers, heated air conditioned seats, amazing stereos, modern stereo to where it'll plug in to still work on your phone. Like, as far as streaming audio, you could get it to work in it. Like,
Have you seen my
that's-
dad's? It just doesn't
that's
really
like a 2006 where he chain smokes in it, and it's been in
It's
North.
bad.
It's
bad.
but it still
It's
works.
run down.
It still works.
It does. I'll give you that.
If you're
That's
gonna go
so
Cadillac, that would be the one that I would go with, or like some modern Buicks, I suppose, would be pretty nice.
Wait,
luxury cars
did you
as well.
say Buick?
Well, there's the big Lucerne Lacrosses. I think there's some gotchas there with some transmissions and V8s and things. But I blanked on that one, but
Or your Park
I
Avenue?
think I topped Park Avenue's for sale. Actually, yeah, good plug there. So, Consumer Reports, back to them. And I don't even want to know what it was. SUVs, Acura RDX, Buick Envision.
Oh.
They chose a Buick, but that's the one that's made in China and shipped to the U.S. But that's the only American car I think on this list. Honda CR-V. I know, just
Yeah.
Kia Sportage,
No.
Lexus NX,
No.
What the hell is even that?
Toyota RAV4, of course. And these are all 2016, 2017. We're talking used. Obviously, new, they're more
Right.
expensive. You have to get a 2015 Lexus NX, Kia Sportage 2020, so it has to be going on 5 years old, which I think is kind of risky for a Kia, but that's their list. The same with all these cars for under $20,000. They're saying in long-term reliability, like getting a 5 to 10-year-old one of these is a pretty safe choice. So
Okay.
that's their SUVs. April, yours is...
I mean, I've gone first every time. I'll let you take the lead on this one.
All right. I have chosen Japanese on this one.
Okay.
Which is, I know I was saying is boring, but the Infiniti QX80
Ooh.
is, it's kind of got a weird sort of whale-looking grille to it, but it has a very soft, comfy ride. Very soft, comfy
You sound
seats.
like you're a million
Nice
years old
interior.
because you're always talking about how comfortable and soft the
Big-
seats are.
Here, okay. Big, smooth V8.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Truck-based.
Right.
Not some, chintzy, crossover thing. And I would go Escalade or, Ford, all that stuff. Then, like, the EcoBoost stuff, I don't know. Like, I don't really, even though they say it does show to be pretty reliable.
Right.
And then the Escalades, they have the cylinder deactivation and they're kind of not as good. I feel like a sweet spot for under 20 grand because to get an Escalade under 20, it'd be pretty old.
Right.
Like mine. I feel like people sleep on the Infiniti QX80. Big full-size V8 truck-based SUV that is very comfortable and very well equipped. So that's probably my most practical of the list. Yeah, I actually found one for sale. This one, you have to stretch your budget a little bit. $21,995. I'm sure you can negotiate a little bit off, but that's one with 78,000 miles, a 2017. And look at it.
That's a lot of car for the money, for sure. I'll give you that.
Yes, very nice inside as well. Like all the modern tech. It even has, the clock like Infiniti was doing when they
Right.
first came out decades ago. Infinitis used to be cool, and I think this one still captures a little bit of that magic. There's actually some good hard-hitting consumer advice from me there. Yeah, so for you, an SUV?
how about a Typhoon, baby? I mean, they were the fastest production car that us civilians could buy when they came out, that 4.3 turbo.
The 0 to
That's
60 acceleration.
amazing.
It was faster than like a Testarossa and a Countach. It's
Yes.
So it's the SUV version of the Grand National. They did it with 3.8, put a turbo on it. They did this. The Cyclone
Amazing.
first, the truck.
Right.
The Typhoon came later. I had a teal one that I bought for $9,500.
You so would have a teal one.
And it's worth a lot more now. It's worth I think it's probably worth close to 30 grand just because the color was so rare.
Right. So get yours now because they're about to tick off in value. I'm just giving you some advice for your portfolio, your investment portfolio for the future. A Typhoon should be in
I think
it.
the only person still daily driving a Typhoon is Clint Eastwood. Like he brags about still driving a Typhoon.
That's amazing.
I think, but
Yeah, that's why they're at the top of the list for me as far as SUVs under 20 grand.
A Grand National SUV is what she was, but they're very finicky.
Mm-hmm.
They're very old, very limited production, and nobody knows really how to fix them. Like when they go wrong, because I mean, getting it all dialed in with the turbo and everything else, because it's not it's old school with that kind of stuff. Like that's a terrible choice.
What are you talking about? It's amazing. That is style. That is fun. Like the Consumer Reports list, like boring, boring, boring. I don't want to support that.
It's a
This is
two-door
where it's
SUV
at.
that's not very practical.
No two-door
and
SUV is practical. Come on. I totally won that one too.
So April's just trolling me
I
here.
feel
She's
like-
trolling me huge. The
Yeah.
last one is the truck.
Right.
So
Do you even
can
have one? Did you pick one or did
Yeah.
you skip this one
No,
too?
No. Here's your chance to redeem yourself and pick something like anything for under 20 grand.
I don't think you're ready for this. The Ranger Splash. Okay, we got a little Baywatch edition going on. Well,
From the 90s?
yes, they're amazing. They're so practical because they're low to the ground, easy to load up in the bed.
They're death traps.
They're amazing. Are they really?
Yeah, those little
Makes
trucks from the 80s
Life
and 90s.
more exciting. They're great.
So,
The
okay.
graphics, those totally awesome 90s style graphics
There have
on
been
them.
two that have sold on Bring a Trailer in the history of Bring a Trailer auctions, and one sold for 14, and the last one sold for $9,100.
So I'm saving you money right now, so you could buy two of them under 20 grand.
3-liter V6 5-speed manual transmission, 67,000 miles. You know,
They're so
Actually,
cool. And you
like-
know when you see one on the road, your eye goes right to it.
going back and getting an old Ranger
Mm-hmm.
isn't that bad. Other than the safety, I would say that isn't that bad. of an
So
idea.
if you get one, you have to wear a helmet with it inside.
That wouldn't say. I mean, you get in an accident, you're dead. But other than that,
Okay. The helmet
Not
and
a
like
bad-
motorcycle gear. Just put on your full motorcycle like skid suit in it.
I can see. Well, no, it wouldn't. You're still the whole thing would be crushed around you. I mean, you're like in a
So a roll
tinfoil ball
cage.
that's rolled up around you.
A carbon
yeah,
fiber
and then they
roll
have to like
cage.
take you out in pieces as the cab just collapses around you when you get in an accident. But that is
Come
not a
on.
bad choice. Actually,
Wait, did you just say that?
No, an
Really?
old Ranger is
Okay.
a pretty practical, reliable, good choice.
Oh.
Mine's a little better though.
Yeah, right.
It's a Ford.
Okay.
We have it. It's right outside the a Raptor,
Oh, the Raptor.
a
Okay.
6.2 Raptor.
That's under 20 grand.
Oh yeah, yeah, they are out there. So now a 6.2 Raptor is over 10 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and I did find one on Auto Trader for sale, $19,995 with 129,000 miles, one owner on the
Ooh,
Carfax,
Okay.
and this 6.2 Raptor is so slept on.
Was this like a lemon buyback?
No, no. I mean, mine has 300,000 miles on it, rock
Right.
solid, and I bought it for a little over 10 grand. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you do have to buy one with over 100,000 miles. As long as it's not rusty,
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a great choice because they are darn near invincible.
Good choice.
And this one,
Good choice.
129,000 miles, 19,995. You get VA power.
Mm-hmm.
You get all the modern comforts. It's really, it's just an amazing vehicle for under 20 grand. Consumer Reports. I forgot because it was just so boring.
Let's see how
What do you want to guess?
exciting they
Of
are.
course, it is the Toyota Tundra 2014 to 2016.
Okay.
The
That's it.
seats are rock hard uncomfortable in those.
See, there he's talking about the comfortable seats again. Mm-hmm.
unbearably uncomfortable seats in the Tundra. Yeah, like terrible.
Yeah.
The Raptor is the Ranger's okay, but the Raptor is it's the one. It doesn't have the cam phaser, all the issues with Ford that they have with the timing chains and cam phasers. That 6.2 is just rock solid. So
Yeah.
there is our counter to Consumer Reports, and one is an actually decent counter. The other one, you're just trolling people. They're
And
like,
I think I would love a Ranger, like the Baywatch edition. You could wear that red bathing suit and be like on Baywatch running next to your Ranger. You would look good in that.
and you just made our audience vomit. Thank you so much for watching. Let's see like a literal toothpick running down the beach. Like the twigs. Whatever.
It's a nice twig.
A scarecrow.
It's a nice twig.
Chicken legs. Yeah, a chicken.